If you've been sitting at a computer desk like this for most of your adult life, chances are your hips are really tight and weak at the same time. Today is the day that I'm going to show you the best stretches that you can do for your hips if you've been sitting all day. First stretch is a 90-90 stretch. Why is it called 90? Well, at 90, your knees are at 90 degrees, both legs. So, how does that look like? You're going to find the mat. You're going to have the first leg, your front leg, at 90 degrees, L shape. Your other leg is also at 90 degrees, as you can see here. Now, the goal is, okay, you're probably looking at this going, where's the stretch? Well, the second step would be, once this is at 90, once that is at 90, you're going to try and sit up tall and face forward. Now, the reason why I have a yoga block here is if you can't seem to get tall, you use your hand for the yoga block to sit yourself up to get more of a deeper stretch. Most people don't have the flexibility, especially if you're over 40, 50, and 60, you're probably not going to have the flexibility to sit yourself up tall like this. So grab yourself a yoga block to put your hand there for support to really get the hips twisted and for facing straight. And the thing is just to try and sit yourself up, because as soon as you sit yourself up, that's when you feel the stretch in both hips. It's not just the left hip, it's actually both hips. This is probably one of the best hip stretches you can do out of all the 5 I'm going to show you today. This is probably going to be the best one that you can do for your hips, 90-90. And you probably want to hold this for 45 seconds. So, but I would probably say all the stretches today I'm going to show you will be 45 seconds. And you want to do it on each side. So 45 like this, sitting up tall. And then you're going to switch legs. And then do the same thing. So you're going to have your left leg as a 90 degrees, and then the other leg 90 degrees as well. And then you're going to use your yoga block to sit yourself tall like this, and you really feel your hip, someone almost like stabbing your hip. That's pretty much how it's going to feel, because it's going to feel it right in there. You try and sit up, push against the yoga block, hold for 45, and then try and breathe as well. As much as you can, just try and breathe, hold for 45, and then switch over. You want to do 2 rounds each of every stretch today. Number 2, half kneeling hip flexor stretch. This is the most generalized hip flexor, probably the most one that everyone knows. It's the simple one that you see in most gyms. So, one leg forward, and then the other knee is down on the ground. Yeah, and you're going to have your hands straight in the air, and you're going to push forward. That's the basic one that everyone sees and everyone does. Now, I will throw in my flavor, and this is what I like to do with most clients to really get the hips actually fully stretching this. Because if you do this like that, you're stretching the hips, but not as much as you can by doing one simple tweak. And this is the tweak that everyone misses. So, kneeling, and then you're going to pelvic tilt. So tilt your pelvis inward. You're going to posteriorly tilt your pelvis, squeeze your bum cheeks, then go forward, and then go up with your hands. Just by doing that posteriorly tilt, engages the hip flexor a little bit more and stretches it out a little bit more. So it's kind of like using the full range of your hips. If I don't do that, and I'm just going straight, yes, I feel it, but not as much. So tilt the pelvis, flick your hips in, hands in the air, go forward. And you really feel the pinch. Again, 45-second hold, change sides. How does it look like again on the other side? Knee down, tilt the pelvis, hands in the air, go forward. Hold for 45. And you're going to hold and you're going to feel the stretch. All these stretches, some might feel painful, some might feel really good, some might be hard to do, doesn't matter. Just try and work yourself into it. Go really slowly, because you want to last the 45 seconds. So you want to ease into the stretch as much as you can. Don't just go straight into it. Do each step really softly and nicely. And then if you do this in this exact order, you'll feel amazing. Number 3 is a standing hip flexor stretch. Now, the other one was kneeling. This is a standing. So if you're 40, 50, 60 and getting on the ground is sometimes hard and you're probably not going to be able to get back up, this stretch is for you. So have a chair, have a bench, whatever you can in front of you to get your hands there. Now, the simple thing is for this is you're gonna grab onto the chair, you're gonna go back into sort of like a lunge position. You're going to drop the knee down into a lunge kind of thing, kind of position. And then once you do is the same technique I said before with the pelvic tilt. This is the same one to actually activate the hips. So drop the knees, tilt the pelvis, and then sit into that lunge. Your hips will be burning if you do this. Yes, you will feel it in your knees and your quads on the other leg, but this one's a really good hip stretch if you need somewhere to lean onto and you can't go all the way into the ground to do the half kneeling stretch. You can just sit here and do it. Again, 45-second hold and then switch over. So again, find the chair in front of you, hold, toes back, drop into the lunge, posteriorly tilt your pelvis like this, down into the lunge and then hold that position. You are going to lean forward to get more of a hip stretch, because if you don't go forward, it's just going to be a lunge pretty much. So you're going to go forward, feel the hips burning, feel the stretch pull as soon as you do the pelvic tilt, hold for 45 seconds. Once you get to 45 seconds, you can come up, try and breathe through the stretch, go a little bit slow, take your time with everything, and then come back up. Number 4, it's called a supine figure 4 stretch. Most people do this in the gym. You'll probably see a lot of people do this in the gym after a workout, or you might find this in a yoga session as well, or a Pilates session, just depending on where you see, but this is another common one that you see in the gym. So find a mat, lay down on the ground. Now, you're going to lift one knee up, one leg up, like so. With the other leg, you're going to put the other leg around just in front of your knee on the other knee. You're going to put the leg out, and then what you're going to do is with your other hand, you're going to press into the knee, and then with the other knee that you got up in the air, you're going to push it towards you. So you're pushing in opposite directions, hands going forward, legs going back. How does that look like? Just like this. What does that do? Gets into not only your glutes, but your hips as well. That's why we call it a figure 4 stretch, because it gets really deep as soon as you're pressing against the resistance. Again, 45-second hold, 2 rounds of everything, and that's all it takes, 2 rounds of everything. So you push in. So again, let's go to the other side. You're going to go, let's say left knee up, right leg on the left knee. You're going to press your right hand into your right knee, and then you're going to pull this leg up towards your hips, and you're going to hold that position. You're going to feel the stretch right through your hips, right through your groins, right through your glutes. Depending on where you're tight, you will feel it. And this is just called a figure 4 stretch. One of the best stretches you can do, especially after a leg workout. This is really good to do, especially after a leg workout. 45-second hold and release. Last but not least, number 5, the name says it, world's greatest stretch. That's what it's called. I didn't call it that. It's what everyone calls it, world's greatest stretch. Now, why is it called the world's greatest stretch? Is because it's a hip stretch, but it gets multiple muscles, multiple areas at the same time. So it's hips, glutes, knees, shoulders, upper back. It hits sort of all those main areas. So what does that look like? You're going to bring one knee or one leg forward. You're going to have the other hand inside the knee, like so. You're going to bend over, and what you're going to do with the other hand, you're going to go up, turn, look up into the sky, and you're going to feel, so you're going to feel the stretch, core, ribs, hips, and with the hand that you're pressing, you're going to press against your knee. So you feel it in both hips, not just one, you're going to feel it in both hips, especially if you're tight in certain areas. And when you do the hand like this, you're going to feel it in your upper back, lats, rhomboids. So it's like a 6 muscle stretch in one. And it just looks like this. You're just going to go up and down. This one you can do, I like to do a 45-second hold. You can do reps. You can do 10 to 12 reps on each side. So you can go like this up and down 10 times. But I like to do 45 seconds because it gets really deep into the muscle. And you're not trying to do the reps, you're just trying to feel the stretch. So if you, as much as you can do, feel the stretch, and then come back down, and then you're going to change legs. So like this, Again, elbow against the knee, body down, and then arms in the air, straight in the air. Look up to the sky, hold that position for 45 seconds, breathe, try and relax into the stretch. That's the key with all these stretches. I just want you to try and relax with all these stretches. Don't try and force it or overdo it. Get to the point where you feel the stretch, hold for 45, and then relax. Those were my 5 favorite hip stretches if you're sitting at a desk all day. You know the drill by now. If you love that video, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and share the love.